When you play for Man United, you don't go to Man City.
Carlos Tevez for Manchester City. And a goal, and it's Tevez! Right at the last for Manchester United.
The rivalry between Manchester United and Manchester City has been going on for over 100 years. The first meeting between the two clubs took place in 1881, and since then, they have played each other numerous times. The rivalry is rooted in the historical and cultural differences between the two sides of Manchester, with Manchester United seen as the more successful team and Manchester City considered the working-class club. The intensity of the rivalry has increased in recent years, with the two clubs competing for top honours in the Premier League and Europe. The rivalry has also spilled over into other areas, such as in the transfer market, especially after the Abu Dhabi United Group became the new owners of Manchester City in 2008.
Man City was available for us, and Man City has a special thing to the Manchester people, the fans, the people in Manchester, the people in the UK. They really love the Man City, and they would like to see Man City coming back to the oldest day when they used to get the trophies and the victories.
In this video, we'll take a look at the Argentine footballer, which is best known for his time playing in the red shirt. His full career was fantastic, but this video is dedicated to the controversial transfer from Manchester United to Manchester City, which caused a stir among fans and pundits alike, as it was seen as a betrayal of United by Tevez. Given their history, rivalry, and the fact that they share the same city, it would have been bad enough for United supporters if a regular bench player had left the Red Devils for City. But Tevez was special, and a highly rated and a talented player during his time in United.
Yeah, he should be here at Manchester United, because he's happy here, the fans love him, he enjoys the fans, he wants to play more football.
I think it's 10 times better than Berbatov. Yeah, Tevez for United, all the way.
But before we dig deep into the transfer saga, we need to look at Carlos Tevez's career in United for a deeper understanding why this was so heartbreaking for the fans of the mighty Red. The Argentine joined the club from West Ham on a 2-year loan deal in 2007. After scoring 7 goals and 4 assists in 26 games for the Hammers, Tevez quickly established himself as a key player, forming a partnership with Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney, helping the team win numerous trophies, including the Premier League back-to-back and the UEFA Champions League. Tevez scored a total of 34 goals in 99 appearances, making him a valuable asset to the team. He was known for his speed, skill and determination on the pitch, and immediately became a fan favourite at the club thanks to his hardworking and passionate style of play. Carlos Tevez's decision to leave Manchester United and join Manchester City in 2009 was a controversial move that shocked the world of football. The newspapers were full of headlines about the transfer, and given the rich history of rivalry between the two clubs and the fact that they share the same city, many fans around the world saw the move as a match made in hell. But why did he decide to leave United? The transfer was ultimately based on several factors, according to Tevez himself.
No, solo una cosa. Estuve 2 años en Manchester United. Alex nunca me llamó por teléfono, ni nunca me mandó un mensaje de texto. Después que terminó el partido contra Roma, he hablado con Alex.
One of the main reasons was the expiration of his contract with United. The player's entourage and the club had been negotiating a new contract for some time, but were unable to reach an agreement, leading to a falling out between the player, Sir Alex Ferguson, and the club's management. This is where things get interesting. Manchester City had actually been trying to sign Tevez for some time without any luck, but when the negotiations stalled, they took the opportunity to finally acquire him, leaving Tevez to make a decision. In the end, Tevez decided to leave Manchester United, much to the fury of the fans. He grabbed our badge, he said he loved our fans, and he said he wanted to stay forever. He said he wouldn't join Liverpool out of respect for our fans, but then joined City, as if that isn't disrespectful. Rumours suggested that United never made an offer for Tevez, but this was later debunked as fake news. In reality, United offered Carlos Tevez a 5-year deal that would have made him one of the highest paid players at the club. United later issued a clear statement regarding the contract situation. Following contact received from Carlos Tevez's advisors last night, in advance of the deadline, the club set for concluding negotiations, Manchester United announces that Carlos will not be signing a new contract with the club. The club's statement caused shockwaves not only in Manchester, but throughout the world of football. What had started as an unlikely rumour quickly became a reality. Another reason for Tevez's move to Manchester City was the financial offer from the club. Manchester City was willing to pay him a higher salary and offer him a longer contract, making the move more appealing. In addition, Manchester City was willing to meet the demands of Media Sports Investment, a company that owned part of Tevez's rights, which allowed him to move to the club without complications. According to statements he made to the media, Tevez said that the move to Manchester City was an opportunity for him to play a more prominent role at the club. At Manchester United, he was often used as a substitute and didn't always start in the team's biggest games. However, at Manchester City, he would have the chance to play more regularly and be a key player for the team. This prospect was particularly attractive to Tevez, who wanted to prove himself as a top player and make a name for himself in the world of football. Many viewed it as a betrayal of United by Tevez and accused him of making a purely financial decision.
Who's getting the money from this? His agent. He's getting a payout every time. Tevez is a simpleton.
He doesn't like Manchester, does he?
However, Tevez maintained that the move was about his desire for a new challenge and more playing time. In addition to these factors, there were other reasons for Tevez's move to Manchester City. The club's new ownership was willing to invest heavily in the team and bring in top players, which appealed to Tevez. Manchester City's location in Manchester was also located closer to Tevez's family from Argentina, and the thought of the opportunity to play against his former team and prove himself against them was also a factor, according to Tevez himself. Regardless of the reasons behind the transfer, Tevez went on to become a key player for City. He scored key goals and became a key role in helping the team win multiple trophies, including the FA Cup and the Premier League in 2012. Although Tevez ultimately made a good choice for himself and later admitted that it was for the money, the transfer had far-reaching consequences for the football that we once knew. There is no denying that it had a huge impact on the Premier League. City had just been taken over by wealthy investors, and the signing of Tevez was seen as a sign of their ambition to challenge United and other top teams. One of the most significant changes was the increasing trend of high-profile players switching teams. In the past, it was relatively rare for top players to move between rival clubs, but the transfer market has become increasingly fluid in recent years. This has been driven in part by the increasing amounts of money involved in the sport, as clubs are willing to pay large sums of money to sign top players. The transfer fee that Manchester City paid to sign Tevez was considered high at the time, and it reflected the growing importance of money in the sport. Clubs are willing to spend large amounts of money to sign top players, and player transfers have become a major source of revenue for many teams. This has led to a more mercenary attitude among players, who are often willing to move between clubs in search of the best financial deal. Overall, the transfer of Carlos Tevez from Manchester United to Manchester City was a significant event in the world of football, and it also highlighted the growing power and influence of wealthy clubs and their owners, who are willing to spend vast sums of money to acquire the best players. This trend has continued in the years since the transfer, with record-breaking transfer fees becoming more and more common. As a result, the football landscape has changed dramatically, and many fans and experts have questioned whether the sport is losing its soul. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the story about Carlos Tevez. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to Football Knowledge. Cheers!